How to knit double moss stitch. Moss stitch is a beautifully textured pattern created by alternating knit and purl stitches. Double moss stitch is a variation created by stacking 2 knit stitches on top of each other over 2 rows, and 2 purl stitches on top of each other over 2 rows. This means the double moss stitch pattern is worked over a 4-row repeat. It's also known as Irish moss stitch. Within each row, you'll alternate between a knit stitch and a purl stitch. We'll start our first row of the double moss stitch pattern with a single knit stitch, followed by a single purl stitch. Continue alternating until you have reached the end of your row. Top tip: remember to move your working yarn to the back for each knit stitch and forwards for each purl stitch. Turn your work, ready to start the second row of the pattern. You'll now purl when the stitch below is a purl, which looks like a bar, and you'll knit when the stitch below is a knit, which looks like a V. Top tip: follow your pattern instructions carefully. The instructions will vary depending on whether you have an even or an odd number of stitches in your row. Continue alternating between knit and purl stitches until you reach the end of your row. Turn your work to start the third row. This row and the fourth row will make up the second part of the double moss stitch pattern. You'll now purl when the stitch below is a knit, which looks like a V, and you will knit when the stitch below is a purl, which looks like a bar. Follow this sequence until you have reached the end of your row. In the fourth row of the pattern, you'll follow the same steps as given in the second row. When the stitch below looks like a V, you'll knit the stitch, and when the stitch below looks like a bar, you'll purl 1 stitch. Continue alternating between knit and purl stitches until you reach the end of your row. We have now completed our double moss stitch pattern over 4 rows. To continue the pattern, you will repeat these 4 rows.